Guides. Today we're gonna do a reading about where is your future spouse stuck? Okay, so this is a very interesting reading. This is why isn't he your future spouse yet? So we're gonna look at doors that he has to go through. Okay, so as usual we have 4 piles, and yeah, in this we have, let's see. So we have our pile 1, this beautiful potion that I made with the butterfly, the mask, the glitter. Yeah, you can see it here. It's all glittery and yeah, all different kinds of glitter. And it comes with this door. This is a door deck that I created, okay, with AI. Okay, so this is very precious to me as well. So choose the door that you feel most drawn to, and with the potion, so these two go together. So if you feel your future spouse might be stuck in there, then you take that door, okay? I'm gonna do all these different kind of readings, guys, that you never heard anywhere else, and I think that's a cool approach. And as many of you know, those of you who know me, that you know, I do the things differently, and so this reading is also a little bit different, and I think it's fun. You know, these future spouse readings, you know, they resonate. They might not resonate with everyone, you know, but I thought it's, you know, we shouldn't do always like who's your future spouse. You already know your type, so we're gonna look into where are they at the moment. Yeah. So pile 2 is the purple pile. We have this beautiful door with the purple meadow. Very gorgeous. There is like a field above the door. So that's like very interesting. I don't know, I like this. I had to laugh when this card came out. You know, when I did this with AI, and I loved it, so I just took it. And this comes with this beautiful potion. Look at this glitter here at the bottom. I'm always like, I love this so much. Look at this. We have the Poly Choose potion, and it says just add a little bit of who you want to become, apply with caution. And there's also numbers 17 and 20. These numbers could be important. We have the peace charm, and we have this beautiful feather and flower. So if you feel drawn to that pile, please choose that door that comes with this potion. So now we're gonna go to our door 3, which is like a big effing door. Like, look at this. There's a rainbow over there, okay? If you see this here, look how beautiful. This is almost like a big gate. So where's your future spouse stuck? Like, where are they at the moment? And this comes with this beautiful potion. I made this potion, and look at this. It has these beautiful see-through crystals in there, or pearls, and then these you know, this always reminds me of a rainbow. That's why I did this. We have the angel wings, and we have this beautiful heart. So I thought this fits very beautifully to this door. So if you feel drawn to that door, please choose this one. And then we have a winter pile, because I know many of you love winter, especially on my channel. So I made a beautiful winter potion. Look at this. We have this beautiful, yeah, almost looking in like sparkling in every color as well. And look at this beautiful, gorgeous pine tree thingy. And then we have the snow in the water. You see this here? Like, this looks like winter. And the doors I shuffled, guys, because now many of you ask me, like, Purple, why do you have a winter door when there's like an autumn decoration? Well, I shuffled the doors. The doors came out, and I chose the fitting potions to that, so you might like it. So this door came out for my pile 4. So there must be a reason that, you know, pile 4, you are attracted to winter. So this is the door that came out for you, pile 4. So where's your future spouse stuck? Where are they at the moment? Why they are not your spouse yet? Okay, this is what we're gonna try to discuss here today. So my name is Purple. Welcome to my channel. I do all kind of different readings, guys, and very special readings, very different readings. So check out my playlists if you want to. And yeah, I see you at the piles. The timestamps are in the description box. Bye, guys. Oh, hello, my pile 1. So I hope it's kind of working with the microphone. Sometimes we have problems. Sometimes we do have problems and the microphone is not working properly. I hope you excuse that, guys. So where is your future spouse stuck? Yeah, let's look into this. And we're just bold. We're just bold and looking where they are stuck. This is a fun entertainment reading. This is not the typical who is your future spouse readings. You guys know. I'm also doing readings that are very different. So where is he? Yeah, where is your future spouse stuck? The question is not like where is he stuck in what door, but we're gonna look into why is he not with you? Why is he not your future spouse yet? Like, why is he? I mean, he's called future spouse for a reason, right? Why is he not your spouse yet? Why are you not married? Where is he? That's our question. So we're gonna see. This is the location deck, so we're gonna locate him now. And I hope you have fun with me. Today's Saturday, and I think this is a wonderful weekend reading for it. Okay, he's at a dinner party. He's partying, okay? Your future spouse is someone who likes to be around people, who likes to go outside, who likes to enjoy his life. So either your future spouse is a lot younger than you, and he is still, let's say, in his 20s, trying to party a lot, you know. I mean, you know, trying to approach at a lighter way. So with the dinner party, you know, this is like not that he is sitting there at a dinner party. It could be, yeah. But this reading is all about what kind of phase are they in, yeah. So if he's partying, he's out partying, so he could be single. Couldn't be enjoying his life. He could be a student, you know. As students, we always partied a lot, you know, almost every day. Like all of us did. All of us who studied know that. So even me, those of you who know me, I'm not drinking like alcohol, you know, I don't like that. So even me, I was partying a lot. Still always alcohol free, but yeah. So we have To the Sea came out. Yeah, he is in his phase where he doesn't really know where his ship is sailing, okay? That's why he's out partying. That's why we do have these cards coming out. That just means that your future spouse is at the moment in a stage of his life where he's trying to find his way. Yeah, and I definitely think your person could be someone who is younger than you, or who is single, maybe just maybe a new single, you know, because when you're a new single, you just go out, you party. I mean, not everyone does it, but this person here we're talking about is a very, like your future spouse, I can see that already, you know, they have a lot of friends. They have a lot of, like, could be an extroverted personality, someone who also likes to be around people. So they don't like to sit at home, you know, and maybe like sink into whatever is making them sad. So there is a situation in their life right now where we can also see this here with the red light. I mean, that's a situation where something is not right, and maybe they've gone through some kind of loss with the butterfly. You know, you chose that potion. And if we look at this potion as well, we still have the mask here. So your person is still trying to get rid of this mask. You guys know that your future spouse, I definitely want to say that for you, Pile 1, could be your soulmate or twin flame, you know, someone that you are on a string with. And we all know they have to get rid of their mask, you know, they have to get rid of this mask. They have to be in an authentic, they have to come to you in an authentic way. So I definitely feel that we have a couple here that is, you know, you guys have to free yourself from all these attachment to 3D in order to come together. And we see this big door, and the red light is on. This is not meaning what you think now, but some of you might think that you're like, purple, what are you trying to say? No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying that, you know, that with the red light, there is a situation in their life where spirit is putting up a red light. So something is not really didn't really turn out the way they planned. So I'm getting more cards. Yeah, rejoice in celebration. See, we have it again. They're trying to get off their mind off whatever situation is that is making them sad, okay? So they're stuck in a situation where they have to free themselves. This could be anything, you know. It could be that anything what is, look at this door. This door is really big, and we see the grayish, this grayish, you see how this is like a, like this forest here? It's almost as if they need a lamp to navigate through that. So they are in a situation where in their life where they can't really see their path. They're kind of lost. And this door is so big. You see this? Like, it's either that they're lost or that they have a very, very big responsibilities. Because also this light here could be the light of the hermit. You know, something where Spirit is saying they have this big responsibility. There is still this big door where they're stuck in, and this could be something where they cannot overcome. Yeah, this is a situation they cannot overcome, and they try to, you know, Spirit is bringing them a lot of happiness in their life at the moment in order not to drown, in order to move on in this kind of situation. Yeah, this is like an outside situation we have with this door where your person, you know, they are going through a transformation. We see that with the butterflies. Your future spouse is going through a transformation at the moment, and Spirit is bringing them a lot of celebrations, a lot of parties, so that they can take their mind off, you know. As you know, parties and celebrations are possibilities to take your mind off, to escape, right? I mean, yeah. Where is your future spouse stuck? My pile 1. Let's look into tarot. So we know they're having fun. So they're not, yeah, look at this, 9 of Swords again. There's a big wound they're trying to overcome, okay? 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is always a situation, you see this here with this woman sitting there and she can't really free herself. And like there's this, you know, this darkness surrounding her. And, you know, with the 9 of Swords, this is the same like to the sea. A lot of sadness, a lot of not being able to move really. Not being able to change something in their situation with the butterfly. Yeah, I mean, it could also be, I'm not saying that they're in a bad situation. It could be that I'm gonna look into the career cards, because it might be a career where they're not able to move. They cannot make a move on you. They cannot come and marry you. You know, that's why they're stuck in this door. This door speaks of this really big door. Yeah, and there's this lamp also speaks for attention. So all of their attention is on this, like in this door at the moment. So this means that whatever's going on in their life, it takes all of their focus away. It takes all of their, you know, all of their attention, they have to change that in order to be your spouse. Yeah. So as long as they are in this big door, they cannot be your future spouse. They cannot travel. You see this here, they cannot go to the sea and come to you. So they're kind of stuck there. And yeah, let's get some more cards. I'm gonna look into taking one of these career cards, because I want to look what these cards say. They speak of career, but they also speak of situations. So let's see, where is your future spouse stuck? And they're partying a lot, you know, to escape this. It could also be that if they're totally happy with their situation. I mean, we're gonna also look into the cards of how their feelings are for you. But at the moment, I see that whatever is taking their focus, they're not able to change that. And in order to not think about it, they're partying. That's where they stuck. So where are they stuck? Show me with these cards, Spirit. Pile 1, student. Okay, so it could be that they're, yeah. I mean, I was talking about this. They could be at university. I mean, if you're a student, you have to finish your you know, your university, you have to get your degree. You cannot be a future, like a spouse, you know. I mean, that makes sense. So they could be a student, or they could have responsibilities where all their focus is on. And I mean, if they're a student, for some of you this might apply. For some of you, they need to learn something, so this is like a spiritual lesson. Yeah, I just want to say this. It doesn't mean that they have to be a student. Could also mean that they are still trying to learn something. They're basically a student of spirit. Yeah, they need to grow. It could be that they're younger, they're still in their 20s, and you might be already in your 30s. So that they are in the age of how a student would be. So they are not your future spouse because they're still stuck in their youth, you know, celebrating, going to parties, partying. Yeah. So let's see how the energies are like overall. How is your person, your future spouse, overall feeling? So maybe we should have asked this before to see if they're happy or if they're in a not nice situation. How is their feelings towards this situation? How is this person's, this future spouse, feelings towards their situations where they are in? Yeah, they're happy. Okay, victory. They're happy. So they're celebrating. So they could really be a student or someone that is happy in their situation. But yeah, I mean, if we look at it in the situation, this could be you. This could be you being sad that your person is still somewhere else, like stuck in this big door. And this is you, like being sad that they're not being able, you know, to come towards you at the moment. Like whoever this future spouse is, they're still stuck there. Yeah. They're not coming forward in like the next time. I can tell you that much. I mean, if they are busy, if they're partying, you know, and with the victory card, I can see that they're happy in their situation. So then it definitely means that they're partying, that they're having fun, that they're, you know, enjoying their life. Okay. So it could really be that actually this is you, if you resonate with that. And if not, guys, then it just means that if it's them and they're like in a situation where, like a student, you know, a student cannot really change the situation. They have to finish their studies. So whatever they have to finish in life, there could be a student of life. The butterfly also symbolizes that there needs to be change in order to be victory for the two of you. Okay, so let's see how are their feelings towards you at the moment. Okay, flirty. So see, even if now, if this is a card, what would happen if they come towards you now? So this would be like, they would be really flirty, but it's like flirt is a very lighthearted energy. So they're not serious at the moment. That's why they're, you know, they're partying, they're rejoicing, they're stuck in enjoying their life in their youth, you know. They're in this lighthearted, flirty energy, you know. It also says extend your lighthearted energy to others. So if you and them would be coming or meeting now, what's not the case, that's why this is your future spouse, it would look like this, that this is a lighthearted energy. You could have to spend a nice time, but it would never become that serious because, you know, it would never lead to where you and them gonna marry. Yeah, and that's why it's your future spouse. That's where they stuck at the moment, okay? So just for you to know. So let's see. Let's see what Spirit is saying, what needs to change here, or yeah. When is the time when they come towards you? Let's ask this with these cards. When is the time when they come towards you? What is the butterfly? Yeah, let's see. What is the butterfly? What is the change? And we have microwave, the fast results and soon and rushing. Things are rapidly progressing. Make the most of your momentum. Okay. So, and this tells me with the microphone, microphone. maybe they're also needing to use a microphone. With a microwave, yeah, I mean, that's a student life, right? The microwave also means, I mean, fast results and rushing in, things are progressing. I do think when this phase in their life is over, you know, when the results are coming in. The microwave is, you know, as a student, that's the most used, I think, utility. Utilities? How do you say that in English? I'm sorry, English is not my first language. But the microwave is like every student uses it, you know. And this basically means when this status here, whenever this is gone, when they're transferring, then it really goes fast. Like when they come out of this big door, when they finish their studies, or when, you know, when the next phase of their life begins, this is where you come in. Okay, really interesting. Let me see if I am asking something else, and I don't think so. No, I think that's a question that we wanted to ask today. And I think we asked that question: where is your future spouse stuck? They're stuck in enjoying their life as a single person, as a student, maybe as someone who is in this light-hearted, flirtatious energy, who's not serious in their relationships at the moment, who still wants to try themselves out in every direction they can. They're not ready to settle down at the moment, okay? The butterfly needs to happen, the change needs to happen. And you guys meet when your future spouse here is entering into a new stage, okay? Or a new phase of their life. So this is all what I'm having, my pile 1. I hope it resonates. Please know these readings are very specific, so they might not resonate with everyone, but they're fun, and I hope you like it, and take care. Bye, guys. Pile 2, you chose this beautiful Polyjuice potion. I'm going to show this again to you. How beautiful. Look at this. So, and this beautiful purple door. That's very interesting. Purple is the color of the last try. Did you know that? Like in Germany, people say that because they didn't like the color purple. I don't know why. Like we all love the color purple on my channel, right? Because that's my name as well. But in Germany, people, you know, they said purple represents the last try, and it always symbolizes a woman who is not married, who's older, like me, and who's trying to get a husband. So like this could apply to you as well. You could be older and you're waiting on your husband. Like, where is he? Where is your future spouse? Where is he stuck? The door is wide open. I mean, they could easily walk out. Like whatever situation they're stuck in, like it's different than pile 1. In pile 1, the door is closed. The door was closed. So Spirit was basically saying like, there's no marriage happen now because it wouldn't work. Here, I see that your future spouse, they could walk through the door. They could easily walk out. They could try it because there's all these purple fields. Spirit is also directing them towards you. With the Polyjuice potion, it could be, it doesn't mean that they're poly. It just means that, you know, or you're into this having multiple partners. It just means that you could be a soul connection where there are multiple parties of these exist, yes. Or it could be that, you know, at the moment they're focused on so many different things in their life that there hardly is time to focus on marriage and finding the right woman, right? So where is your person stuck? So we're going to look into this. Where is your future spouse stuck? And I love this reading. Pile 1 turned out wonderful. So let's see how pile... the hardware store. Like, what are they doing? They're repairing something in their life. That looks like repairing, getting the hardware to restore things. Like, what does that mean? Let's look. So this could be that, you know, they're trying to get the right tools in order to move forward, to come towards you. I don't know. This could mean that they're spiritually trying to get the right tools. Polyjuice. Maybe there are more than one path that they can walk. Yeah, let's see. So we're gonna see. Oh wow, temptation, number 15, the devil card. So look at this. He's trying to get the key, but also not, because the key is hot. Look at this. The key has a heart. There's something here where with the temptation, they're tempted elsewhere. You see how it's trying to get the key? I see this here as this person's trying to get the key to move forward, but they're tempted. With a hardware store, that's where the key is. So they might have to make their own key. I don't know what's going on, Spirit. Like Spirit is speaking in puzzles today. Like, why is Spirit talking in puzzles? Sometimes Spirit is funny in talking in puzzles, but they're tempted. You see how they're tempted to not walk through that door? Like, if they would walk through that open door, like Spirit put the door open, so they can walk through and come towards you. This means that the doors are open to you. Like, why are they not walking? Because they're tempted to stay. They're tempted to stay. I also feel that they just have to go to that hardware store and get that key and then walk out. And the key might be, no, that the key is not to this door. The key is to your door. Because their doors, like Spirit, put them open. So there's no key needed. They can walk out freely. They're free. This is someone, they're in the right age. They're in the right, everything would be perfect for you. Let's see why they're tempted. What is tempting them? Like, what is this temptation? Let's see what else Spirit is saying. Where is your future spouse stuck? Co-create. This is the owl. This is very interesting. Like, Spirit is really talking in puzzles today. So we have the owl on the line. So they know about that they just walk through the door. So with the owl is sitting on this line, and I feel this line is talking about they know that the time is right to move on. They know that the time is right to create with Spirit, to go into this hardware store, to get the key and then come towards you. You guys know how I mean that, right? If I'm speaking in these kind of ways. So, but this person is sitting there, you see them? They're not leaving. What is this even? Is this a building? Something they built up. They're not leaving. They must leave behind something they built up. Okay. The last try. I was like, the last try. Maybe they don't really want to, like, maybe they're like happily single or happy on their own. It's like, in order to move on, you have to let go of something. You have to go to the hardware store. You have to get the key. You have to move through the door and then move into another life. So yeah, with the co-creation, it means this person needs to move into another life. Okay. So this tells me that in order to move towards you, they have to leave their life or whatever they build up at the moment. Okay, I don't know in what situation this person is, but whatever life they build up until that moment, they have to leave behind. They have to start a completely different life with you in order to come towards you. And that's what they have a problem. Yeah, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. There's something here about secrecy, about hiding, about... This could be a famous person, someone that built up a reputation. It could be a reputation. It's risky, okay? It's risky to walk through that door. Yeah, that's why this owl is sitting on this thin line. Look at this. Look at this. This owl is sitting on this thin line, and then we have the leopard sitting on this building that they build up. And here's the egg of the leopard. That means the leopard has to walk on that line. And how should that work? So he has to find the key in that hardware store, with Spirit, to walk on that line. Like the owl has wings, this person has not. So in order to come towards you, to marry you, to find you, yeah, we're talking about your future spouse. So one day they're gonna do it. So we know they find that key. But in order to do that, they have to get out of their way. Here with the Seven of Swords, yeah, they have to leave something behind and what they built up. And they have this feeling, this is a feeling I feel, where whatever they leave behind, I mean, we're going to look into the career cards, whatever they have to leave behind, or whatever new life they're creating with Spirit, where they will meet you. This means that, they feel that they they would betray people maybe that worked with them to establish whatever they build up. Gift, okay? So this came out, it says, someone might give you a gift, lend you money, or help you in some way. You could get a cash bonus. You have natural talents, gifts, and abilities just waiting to be discovered. Explore them. Yeah, this is this gift that they have. You are basically the gift. You are the gift that they're trying to find. You are the key, basically, or you have this key of love to their heart. But the temptation to stay, here you see the leopard is sitting on whatever they built up, and to leave that behind, this could also be a lot of money. That they're risking. This is a risk here. This is what we're seeing as a risk. And they're like tempted to take the risk, and then they're like not tempted. So it's like where is your future spouse stuck? They're stuck at deciding what they want. If they want a new life phase, if they want to go through that door and leave everything behind. Maybe not everything, but leave behind things that they have built up. With people, with others, where they know if they take a risk to come towards you, if they take a risk in that hardware store, like in a hardware store, like in a computer, you also can, in order for it to go faster, you build in new hardware. So for them, this life with you, this future, for them as a future spouse, this marriage that is in the cards here with you, that could resonate. They have to take that big step to leave something behind and to risk something. Maybe money, maybe reputation. Yeah, this could be a famous person we're talking about, especially with the purple pile. Yes, it makes sense. So they're stuck basically in moving this step forward, in actually doing it, in like risking everything. So how are they feeling in their situation at the moment? Let's look at their feelings. Let's look at the energies, how their feelings are, where they are stuck. How are they feeling? Okay. Angel of Strength. They're trying to find the strength to move into this new phase and to leave that behind. They know that their luck, their love is out elsewhere. This person knows exactly, because otherwise they would look for, if you wouldn't be their future spouse, or what I see in this reading as well is that you are from a different background, or you come from a different life. You are somewhere else in the world. You are from a different culture. You are a different age group. You are definitely someone, if they're famous, you're not famous. There's something here where you have a completely different life than them, what they build up. So in order to come towards you, they have to find the strength to walk through the door and maybe risk what they have already, okay? And this person is trying to find the strength to do that, because they know, otherwise they wouldn't do that at all. And that's why, they look at this open door and they know the door is open. They know that their luck is elsewhere. They know it. It's kind of like, I know that my luck is elsewhere, but it's risky. I have to leave so many things behind, and I don't know if I can use my gift wherever I'm going. Yeah, it's like this future with you is very like wide open, the same as this purple field, wide open. So let's see how Spirit is saying. What are the chances if they would come out now? Like, what if they would come out towards you, to you now? Could there be a happily ever after? Let's look in the angel cards, the angel, romance angels. What would Spirit say? Or is it not time? Yeah, separation. Time apart from your partners on the horizon. Like, this needs time. You see this here. You know, they're gathering the strength. Because if they, you guys are in separation. Yeah? And if they would basically move now, if they would make the necessary steps at the moment, and you would marry in this year, if something would happen that they find the key now and they come towards you now, it wouldn't work. Okay? You would go into separation because something is not right. So Spirit is keeping you separated. Okay? Because they're trying to send angels to your person to find the strength to free themselves from whatever situation, from this temptation to stay. Yeah, they're trying to make them get the courage to try it. So what must happen that they get the courage? Let's see what they need. Last card for today. Let's see what they need to get the courage to step outside. What do they need? Like, what is needed here in order for them, for your future spouse, to take the chance to come towards you and to marry you? What needs to happen? So we have mini bar, and it says escape excess dependency. Free yourself from all enslavements that drain your energy. Well, with the bar, they need to go crazy. They need to, you know, like Spirit is showing them more of you. And we also see the purple seat here. You see this? They need to find the seat where they want to sit on. So they need to find you. They need to see you. They need to find you. They need to get confident in that they want you. Like in the bar, you know, like meeting you, like getting to know you. What I definitely see in these cards is that you will meet your future spouse before they change their life. Yeah, this is also what I'm seeing. So whoever this person is, and I don't know if you have met them already, but you will meet this future spouse of yours first in their old surroundings, in whatever they've built up. So if they're famous, you meet them at the height of their fame, because you know, they're tempted to stay, and you're basically the key. You're basically the temptation that shows them that their love is elsewhere, that you are their love, and that the key to their love is not in the surroundings they are building up their where is this here, where they build up whatever they build up, their legacy. This is not where you are. You are the risk. Yeah, we could also say you are the risk. You're outside, and Spirit is trying. You can also see this here with this beautiful color. Spirit is trying to make them go a little bit crazy. It could be that this person is someone like an earth sign. Maybe they are an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricornian energy, where it's hard for them to leave their surroundings to try new things. So maybe you are the key, the temptation that for them to free themselves from everything, you know, to escape. You are basically the escape for them to see new things and to experience love. If this is someone that, you know, they might have been, their whole life might have been focused on their gift, on making money, on building up, but they could never really focus on love. They could never really find love, but you are also not there. So, you know, Spirit is tempting them to walk through this open door, walk into these open purple fields, try new things with the Polyjuice potion. Sometimes it's not only about, you know, the wherever you spend half of your life in, whatever you build up. Sometimes you need to take a risk and find love somewhere else. And this is where your person, you know, they have to get to know you. They have to find you first in the hardware store. Basically, they have to find the key. Maybe they haven't found you yet, or they're unsure. And with the mini bar, with the drinking, this is almost like, it feels like a date. It feels like, you know, when you're drunk, you're more easy to risk things. So it's kind of like Spirit is trying to make that person drunk on you so that they're more easily risking it. But that's their fate, that's their destiny. It doesn't mean that they lose it. You know, this is not saying it. It's just saying that this person is used to what they build up. And in order to find love, they have to leave that behind. And it doesn't mean that they leave that completely behind. It's just that they have to take the risk. You know, if you're taking a risk, it doesn't mean that you're losing it. It could also be much better. It could also be that they're even getting more famous once they're going out of this door and maybe trying new things, maybe in a new country, maybe expanding themselves, you know. And by that, they meet you, you know. But in order to see that, in order to expand their mind, they need to be drunk, you know. Like Spirit is saying, you know, once they expand their mind by being a little bit more crazy or by trying out new things, you know, like a drunk person is not thinking about this. They're not thinking about consequences. They're just doing whatever they want to do, you know. So, yeah, this could be it. I feel this person has to go out of their way because whatever they build up, it's like, like this is someone that doesn't like to take a lot of risks. And I feel in order to find love, they have to, like Spirit is pushing them to learn how to take risks. And by that, they will find you. And I feel with this beautiful matching potions here, of course, we're talking about your future spouse. So, you know, this endeavor to find you will lead them to their true love. I mean, and it will also expand everything. I do think here that they won't lose out on life. It's just that they have to take a risk, right? So very beautiful reading. So now you know where your future spouse is stuck and what they have to do to free themselves and to come towards you. So that's all what I'm having. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please sign up to the channel if you haven't yet. Bye guys. Take care. Oh, hi my part 3. Welcome to your reading. So just want to adjust the speaker a little bit. So look how beautiful. You chose this beautiful rainbow potion. I really love that. That's so gorgeous, isn't it? The light potion, and then you chose this beautiful door. So where is your future spouse stuck? Why are you not married yet? Why he's not at your place? Why are you waiting on him? So let's see, where is he? This door is something really important is happening in his or her life. Please apply it to your situation. We see this big gate. They have to walk through this big gate, and with the rainbow, this is like you will find the luck at the end of the rainbow. So something here is an important part of their life has to finish. And I think this is like Spirit is like opening the door. You also see that the door is already open, so they might have just learned it, or you know, there's still half of the door is still closed. So you guys could have a spiritual faded connection where your half of the door is already open, but their half of the door is already like is not opened yet. So it could be that this is about a spiritual lesson where, you know, you go first and you have already completed that lesson, but your future spouse has not. So they're working on with Spirit to complete that lesson. Whatever this is, I feel here this is about, you know, that one of you, and I mean, that's you, obviously, because you are the one that's leading in a spiritual connection. The feminine is always leading. And I think that's you because you watch this reading. One of you is like already through that door, and the other one is still stuck, and they have to work with Spirit on this mission or on this lesson, whatever this means. But this is something very important that is guided by the angels. You see this here, this is also an angel wing. This is about you and them being on a very important soul mission, and I feel that this person has to complete their soul mission in order to come forward. But let's look, where are they stuck? So with the location deck, we're gonna look, and this is funny, I love that. I love the last piles. I think this is a beautiful reading. I think this is gorgeous. So let's see. Where is pile 3's future spouse stuck? in a local band shell at a concert. They're watching. You see this? The concert is about not actively taking part in, they're watching. So this means either this person has not taken action towards you in any kind of way, that they're still watching you, or they know you exist and, you know, they watch your social media, they watch everything about you, but they're not actively taking part in this spiritual connection. Like they're not actively making a move, or, you know, whatever is going on, your person is watching it, but they're not actively taking part. So what is this all about? So now we're going to take one of these big cards. Like, what is this all about? What are they watching? Like, why are they not working on this mission with spirit? And this card wants to kind of obstacles and challenges. Okay, there is fear involved. Okay, there's fear. This person here, this is the Five of Cups, right? Or Five of Pentacles. No, Five of Air. You see how they have to jump over that? There's like there's something in the path, like a challenge where they're working on with spirit, but, you know, they barefoot, they have no shoes. So they kind of do not have the right equipment. Yeah, this person basically has to go out of their way in order to manage that. Whatever this big door here is, whatever this, we could also call it gate. This is something that the angels made. It's a challenge. And in order to overcome this challenge, they have to overcome their fear. Yeah. And at the moment, they're just watching. They're just watching others go through that door and doing that challenge, but they're not doing that themselves. So this is very abstruse. You know, when I'm talking about this, you know how I'm talking in puzzles, right? I mean, this is what this reading is all about. We're going to look, I mean, they're not sitting at the local bench now. They're not stuck there. I mean, that's very clear, right? Pile 3. It's really clear that they're not stuck in watching a concert. But what they're watching is, why is it kind of looking like it's, yeah, no, it's, wait, gotta adjust the camera. Now it's better, right? Yeah, because I was also adjusting the camera. They have to adjust their angle to the challenge. There's something here where they do not have the right equipment. This could mean that in order to do that, in order to take action, in order to move in your direction, they need to overcome whatever this is with their bare feet. So it takes a lot of effort. It's a lot challenging. It's overwhelming. It's not easy for them. Okay, it's not easy. And let's see where are they stuck, Spirit? What is this all about? Show us. What is this all about? What does that mean? Why are they not making any action? Oh my gosh, the rainbow came out. This is crazy. This card just flew over the whole table. And we see here milk and honey. This is about making the perfect mix. You know, like milk is something that you need every day. And honey is something that you sweeten. You put into a bowl to sweeten, to make it sweeter. Okay. See, whatever they have to, whatever action they have to take with the rainbow, it's something that Spirit is guiding them to do. We have the rainbow door. This is the rainbow door. This person has to walk through with their bare feet. So in order to make that clear, how would that look like in 3D? It's something where they guided to change that in their life, but it's raw and it's hard. And, you know, other people would use honey in order to, maybe they don't like milk or they are allergic. You know how some people are allergic to milk and you cannot drink it. I mean, you get an allergic reaction to that, right? So whatever they need to do, it's very hard for them. And there is fear involved that they might not make it, but I mean, that's your future spouse. That's not something where, but in order to get to you, they have to walk a path that's not theirs. That's not, they never did this in their life. They never tried this. They never, like, let's make an example. What this could this be? If we're talking about let's just take an example where I can show you. For example, if we're talking about a famous person, they always did things according to their surroundings. So they might have never, we know that a lot of celebrities cannot really, they always have managers to do the things. So they have never really lived on their own. So if you would put them in a condo or in an apartment on their own and you say, here, just spend 30 days without a manager, without anyone helping you. You have to go around, you have to go to college, and you forget about your famous life. You don't have any money. They get stuck. They have fear. They don't know what to do. This is something what they've done for the first time. So whatever needs to happen here, whatever door they need to go through, they've never walked through the door. And with the milk and honey, it could be that it's not theirs. They never did something like this. Or it's to overcome a fear. It's something like when you go bungee jumping for the first time and you've never done this, you have this fear for this challenge. There is this fear, you've never done this, and you wish you could put some honey into it to make it more appealing. Whatever they have to do in order to come towards you, they have to change something what they're not used to. So it could be that if you're living in a different country, and in order to be your future spouse, they have to find a way to your place. They have to get to know you. They have to maybe live in your country. They have to work a different job. It's something where what they've never done. Things that they've never done, but they're guided to do this by spirit. We have 3 times the spiritual guidance here with the rainbow. But it's something that they've never done. It's an obstacle. Yeah, they have to overcome this obstacle. And once they overcome this obstacle, the doors are free to meet you. But, it could be as simple as learning a language. As long as they haven't learned the language, the half of the door is closed. They cannot come towards you because you guys wouldn't meet because they couldn't converse with you. Maybe you guys meet at a job, so they need to know the language in order to do their job. So as long as they're not learning the language, they're not being able to move in your country to meet you. Or so at the moment, they're just in their life, they're watching this, what other people do, but they have to change or learn something or do something what they've never done in their life. Let's look what this means. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, this person, like your future spouse, this is going into a different lifestyle. You definitely have different lifestyles. In order to meet you, they cannot do life as they have used to or they were used to. Milk and honey are different things. If you mix them, they're the perfect mix, but those are 2 different things. So you see how the milk and the honey are on 2 different sides of the elephant's bath. So it's kind of like the 2 ingredients are the perfect match, but they're completely different. Milk is not honey and honey is not milk. And this is what you guys are to each other. So you could be a twin flame, guys, where it's very hard for you to actually meet and you have to do the different spiritual lessons in order to move forward. So I definitely feel this is here. Spirit is saying only when they also work on the tree, you can find each other and you can come together. You have to build this root together here. It's not just one person building up the root. It's not working, in this, like on this earth, there are things, yeah. It's about doing things and, each person has to give, like, even though you are so different, like each person has to give their share in order for you to find each other. And you're basically already out the door, but your person isn't. They're stuck basically in their soul lessons. And in order to move on with you or to come towards you, they have to do a spiritual lesson that they've never done in their life. And it's hard for them. Yeah, it's not easy. Let's see if we get more information. yeah, let's look if there's something here, career involved, if this is something where they have to change careers or where they have to go out of their way. What is this all about? Like, what is this change here? What do they have to learn? Like, where are they stuck? Reconsider a decision. Okay, so this is about a decision that they made before and they have to change it. And this is the strange thing. Okay, oh, they have to go back to over a decision that they made and that they find out later it's wrong. Oh, it's like a replay. Oh, this is so interesting. Because I was like, what is this? You know, if you do something like learning a language, you just do it. It just takes a while, you know, but this is here, Six of Pentacles, about giving back to a situation where before you walked away. This is mending a path that you already broke. And that's why this is the obstacle. And that's why they're watching, because they made that decision. So they're not understanding why Spirit is taking them back. Okay, so it's basically about a decision that they made a long time ago. Something where you are basically at a point what they decided not to do. So now Spirit is bringing them to the crossroads where, you know, where this big gate is. And after this big gate, this is you. This is their life destined partner. So you are basically on a road or on a street that they already broke in the past. They already said, no, I don't want to walk this path. But now they walked another path and they didn't, you know, you weren't there, but you're their destined path. You're their destined wife. This is your future spouse. So in order to do that, they have to go a step back. They have to step back. And that's why they're just watching it at the moment, because they don't know how to go back, because they've never done this. This could be someone that is very, you know, when they decide something, this person has decided. They're not going back and you know, this is not an indecisive person. This is someone that decides very fast in life. They know what they want. And if they say, I don't want to, I understand what this is about. They're stuck basically somewhere else where you are not there. And in order to go back to you, because that's where they want to be, because that's where they come. I mean, you are their future wife. If you resonate with this reading, they come. They reconsider this decision. They go back. But at the moment, they're stuck. They're watching this and they're saying, well, I made this decision like a long time ago. Why should I go back? Let's say it's a decision about having children. I just want to say that it could be as crazy as such a decision where they said a long time ago, I don't want to have children. I'm walking this path and I'm looking for a partner that doesn't want to have children as well. So now they walk this path and they would not go back, right? Until now, Spirit is saying, well, you should reconsider this because your life partner is waiting on that door for you and that's the one you want. But you have to reconsider this decision you made. And that's why they're stuck. It's hard for them to move back because this is a whole different decision in life where they have made a different decision and now they have to go back to the point where they made the decision and walk a different path. And this is hard for a lot of people, right? Like, that's really crazy. So let's see how they feel at the moment. Like, how are they feeling where they are? And as long as they're walking not back towards that point, that's when your spiritual lesson is not like one of you is already through the door and the other one is somewhere else. You guys are basically on different paths. And it doesn't have to be about children. It could be as different other decisions in life, you know. How are they feeling about at the moment where they are? How do they feel at the moment where they are? And it says, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. They cannot really express their truth where they are at the moment, okay? The throat chakra is blocked. You see this? So wherever they are in life, That's why they reconsider this decision, because if they walk on this path, they cannot really express their true self. So it's basically you are where their truth is, their true self. But they walked a long time a path where they always depended on others, as I said with the managers, where they didn't express their true self. So in order to come towards you, they have to go back to the point where they said, well, I don't care if I express my own self. And they have to change that, and they have to walk a different path where they express their true self. And, this could be scary for them. Maybe they never done it. Maybe they never told anyone who they really are. So what would happen if they reconsider this decision now? Would it work? Would it work if they really fast? Like, what would the angels, the romance angels, say about your connection if your future spouse would find you now? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmation, visualizations help bring you together. Yeah, they hear you calling. You're already calling them, right? Pile 3, you're already calling them. They hear you calling. They're trying to get back to that point, but it's giving them a lot of fears, because they have to find a point where both of the things they're doing now matters, They have to find like an in-between way where they walk the path they decided to walk, this decision, but also, to change that in order to express themselves freely. So they're trying to find a solution for that, and that's where they're stuck. But they already hear your calling. You are very connected to their higher self, okay? This is a very spiritual pile, guys. Oh my gosh. This is a very spiritual pile. You are very connected to their higher self. You are already in contact. You also get spiritual downloads, where to go, what to do, to wait for them. Spirit is saying, wait for them, wait for them, wait for them. Here is a lot of patience involved. I see that. The 6 of Pentacles is almost like the 7 of Pentacles here, where you have to wait for your person. Because this decision that they have to make, that's why this gate is so big. It's not easy with the rainbow. It's about expressing their true self. The rainbow also means that. That's why it's a symbol for the LGBT. Because maybe many of you has asked, why is the rainbow as a symbol? And I don't know why, but I assume it's because the rainbow symbolizes you express yourself, you express your truth. So, yeah, okay. They feel you calling them in. So let's see what must happen. What must change here? What must change in order for them to come forward? So let's see. We have the television, entertainment, pastime. Avoid taking any situations too seriously. Have fun. They try to, they have to find a solution by just trying it, by just jumping over this bridge. If they're taking it too seriously, they're like scared, and that's why they're watching, that's why the local band shell and the television, Spirit is trying for them to see it, almost the whole situation like a movie, to just see how crazy this whole situation is. It's almost as if Spirit is saying, look, your life is like a movie. Why don't you try it out? In the movie, they also try, they're just trying. They just do the things, In a movie, the craziest things happening, like if maybe this is a famous person and this is about them and you meeting up, so in order to do that, they just have to act. They just have to try the craziest things, and they've never done it and they're scared. And, Spirit is saying, look at it like in a movie, or in a video game. Like, what would you do next if you had the choice? And don't take life too seriously. Take it like a video game where you just try out. You try, and maybe reconsidering decisions that you made, you can also do, right? You can go back in a video game. You can go back to your decisions. You don't have to follow a path if you don't want to, or if you cannot express yourself freely. You go back. You load your game again. And this is what Spirit wants for them to feel, that it's free for them to choose. That's a very beautiful reading. Wow. This is a very spiritual pile. I hope many of you did get it, because pile 3, this is something where there's a lot of things involved, and I hope you understand that this is a very crazy reading at all, and then having such a spiritual pile to it. It's very crazy, right? So I hope you have fun. I hope you liked this reading. I hope it resonated. And I hope you sign up for my channel. Take care, guys. Bye. Oh, hello, my pile 4. You chose the beautiful snow pile. The snow potion. How beautiful is that? And also this beautiful card. So what about this gate? You see that this gate is closed here? Don't know if you can see it. So there's a situation where your future spouse cannot really walk through the door. They have to wait till any kind of outside circumstances opens the gate. So we have here a situation where they cannot open the gate by themselves, okay? So we're going to look into what does that mean? Where are they? With the location cards, we're going to look where is your future spouse stuck. And please know, yeah, please know that these are, you know, signs that Spirit wants to show you. We're not really looking into where, like in what gate is your future spouse stuck. We're looking into situations in their life, like why are they not with you? Like why is your person not your future spouse yet, right? Your spouse. So where are they? What is this blue gate that is closed all about, Spirit? Please show us. What is this all about? Okay. Kickboxing class. Okay, there is also this blue. So they're learning, yeah, they have to become strong, and they have to, it almost looks as if they have to defend themselves against anything. Someone is closing that door on them. So, let's see what this means. I'm going to look into with tarot now. These big cards are going to look into this. But with this kickboxing class, they definitely have to do self-defense. There's definitely a situation here. And guys, this is not just knowing that they're stuck in learning self-defense, you know. This is a situation where they have to defend themselves against something. There is a situation here from the outside world that is not really helping your situation as a couple, because if it means they have to kickbox, that means that they have to do something actively against their situation, right? And someone or something from the outside, yeah, stand your ground. This is about speaking up. This is about standing up for you, for the connection, for themselves, in order to find this. With the winter is also about a frozen situation, right? Winter is about something that has been going on for a long time, where this person, like your future spouse, is in a situation where they don't really want to be in, but they have no choice. So I don't know, let's see what this could be, because that's very strange. Like, it's a situation where they have to be in, but they don't want to be in. What kind of situation is this? Why do they have to self-defend themselves? Why do they have to stand their ground? Let me see. We have come to the edge. Yeah, this is about risking. This is about, you see how that they are on, you know, like this platform, and they cannot really move. They cannot really make a move. What situations can this be where you really cannot make a move? It's like basically meaning that it could be a situation just as simple as you guys live in different countries, and that's why there is winter, you know, that one of you, in order to meet, in order for you to come together, because we're talking about your future spouse, so at some point in time in the future, you're gonna be together, you're gonna find each other. But I wanted to ask, like, where are they now? Why are they stuck, and where are they stuck? So with this, it could mean that they're stuck in a different country and they have no money. Yeah, let's say like that, they have no finances to move towards a different country or to learn a language, or there is a situation where they cannot really make a move. You know, they have a very, like, closed off field where they can make a move. It could be as simple as they're famous and they have to take care of everything other than finding their future wife, right? So in order to do this, they have to stand their ground. They have to say what they want, and they have to, do something against this winter time where, winter is also like a winter sleep where everyone is sleeping. So it could be that they're not awakened, that this is a spiritual connection, and your person, could be just as simple as that, that your person is, like basically stuck in their 3D life, standing their ground, working their way towards their career, but not being able to settle down because they have to make money. They have to take care of something where they cannot just, find love. Four of Cups, yeah. See, they cannot really move. And maybe you as well, because we have here the Divine Feminine also not being able to move. The Four of Cups is about this. This is about the situation where you see this here, like she is in spring. You see this? There is the spring blossoms behind her. So this person has to move on from winter to spring. They have to move. In order to find you, they have to get to the point where they can reach you. And you are basically waiting in spring for them. So they have to find some kind of way to get towards you. So they have to free themselves from the situation. And I feel here this has to be an outer circumstances that is changing from winter to spring. And in spring you guys meet. I see that here because you are already there. You're waiting for them. So they have to free themselves from some kind of situation where they're stuck. This could also be a marriage. This could be where they are with another woman, they are in a relationship. So, this is their space. They don't see anything else. I mean, if I'm in a relationship with someone else, I'm loving someone else, and that spirit knows I'm not going to marry, the outer circumstances have to change. It's winter for you because you are their wife in the future, but maybe now they are still with someone else. You understand? This is how this whole reading is all about. So here we have someone stuck in a circumstance where, in order to find you, they have to get out. They have to get rid of the situation, whatever situation they're in. And I feel that they cannot, like if you're doing kickboxing class, it's like you use kickboxing to defend yourself. You're not using it to do action. So they cannot by action like go over that. Yeah, because that would also not make sense. Because if you are in a relationship and you're loving someone else, you're not freeing yourself from that because you don't know that in the future this relationship ends, right? In the moment you're in a relationship, everything feels fine. So this could be a person that is in another situation at the moment, yeah, in another relationship, in another marriage, in some kind of career-oriented lifestyle where they're not thinking about marriage. So some other situation than being with you. In winter, they're basically one phase before spring comes and where they meet you. So winter is before spring. You are here in spring. So this tells me that they're in a different season at the moment. Yeah, they're in winter. They have to, like this gate is opening up when spring is coming. So, but this is in outer circumstances. The outer circumstances have to change. And I'm getting, angelic help. This is a time to trust in the universe and know you will be provided for. There is a career or blessing lining up for you to stay positive and believe. Pay attention to the signs your angels send you during this time. So they and you are guided towards each other, okay? Don't worry, my pile 4. There is angelic guidance here. This means that at the moment, your person, your future spouse, is a phase behind you. That means that you might already be freed of everything. So you could be a single person waiting for your future spouse to enter your life, to come your way. Maybe you already know who this person is, but they are in a situation in their life where the doors are closed and the chapter has to end for them, to move towards the next thing. So this is, I think it's very interesting, the different the different things that we get in all 4 piles here. I think this is a very, very interesting reading. So how do they feel? Now we're going to look into how do they feel in this chapter of their life. So we're going to see if they are in a career that they actually like, or if they're striving, or if they're happy in the more they're happy they are at the moment, the longer it takes for you, because you are already 1 season further. You understand? I hope I can make it somehow understandable what I mean here. I hope so. So indecision, so they are in between. They're not really happy with their life at the moment, but they also don't want to change it. It's kind of comfortable. Okay, so they are in a situation in their life where it's comfortable, it's okay, but they're not really happy as well. We can see this here with this tree and the surrounding. It doesn't really look like, it looks like fog. It looks like they don't really know what they want. So they could be stuck in a situation in their life where everything is okay. They're doing well, they're doing good, but it's not really their dream life either. So it's kind of like this feeling where they're like, they're getting learned by spirit to defend themselves against this, to move beyond that in their mind, maybe to come to the edge, to understand that this is not a dream life. You got to change it by yourself. You cannot really wait on outer circumstances, but I guess this person here is doing this. So now we're gonna see if they would meet you now, like if you would go back, like if you would be now in winter as well, what would happen if you guys would meet? Like if you don't wait for them, like what would happen if they already break out now in winter? Maybe if they release themselves from whatever situation they are in, but I feel this is happening from the outside. With the angelic help, I feel that the outside circumstances, they will change, and then it's time for you. But let's see, what would happen if this person, deceptionally, what would happen if this person would come up to you? Someone who is wearing a false self mask. This would mean deception, because they would deceive someone. So they could be in a third party at the moment. It could be with another person. So if you guys would meet and you would fall in love, this person is indecisive at the moment. So they're not going out of this situation. So this would mean you would be in an affair, or you would be a flirt. There wouldn't be a situation where, you meet and then you marry. And that's why Spirit is keeping you in spring. You see this? That's why you're not in winter. That's why you're already a step ahead of them. Because Spirit wants the both of you to be single, to meet each other, and to be free of any, this could also be that they have to stand their ground. They have a lot of responsibilities at the moment. Maybe they're famous, maybe their career, maybe they have children. There is some kind of responsibilities. They will always have children, but maybe they are in a relationship or they are married. So they have responsibilities. They're not really happy at the moment with their life, but it's also not a life that you cannot say it's bad, right? So if you guys would meet now, it would not move towards a marriage. Let's be honest. And that's why the angels are there to help this, and they keep you waiting in spring. And that's why here a lot of patience is needed, and that's why it's winter. Winter is talking about patience. Winter is talking about there needs to be a different timing. The outside circumstances of your person have to change. You can't really do anything here with the Four of Cups. You basically are single as well. Maybe you're enjoying your life, but you're not really finding a spouse either, or someone else, because you're waiting on that person. This is how also it's very nice to see how sometimes in life we're wondering, why are we waiting on our person? Sometimes we don't even know who this is. Some of you know. Some of you know who that person is that you're waiting on. But for some of us, we don't know who's this future spouse. We didn't get to know them because we're getting to know them in spring. And it's not spring yet, it's winter. So a lot of times, we're single, we're living our life, but we're not getting to meet people, and we're wondering, why is this? Why, maybe 5 years ago, I was dating so many people and now like no one is coming. It's because Spirit is keeping you for that person. Okay, this is telling me this angelic help. It's like you're being guided to wait on them. So let's see what must happen so that your future spouse, that the situations change and that spring is coming. Like, this is the question here, right? What must happen that spring comes? Foyer, the doors open. See again, visitor, arrival, stranger. Pay attention to new people entering your life at this time. This is interesting. That's like in a house, in a foyer. Yeah, I feel like the doors open again in this, you have to wait till the door opens and that you guys meet, because you're strangers. I don't think a lot of you know who your future spouse is. Some do, but you're still waiting on the chance that you guys get to meet each other. Maybe with the help of someone else. Maybe some person is bringing you together and they have not entered neither your life nor their life. So you're basically waiting on that middleman. I mean, this could be. This could be. Sometimes we're introduced by friends or by people that you have not even met. Both of you haven't met. So you cannot even meet because that person is introducing the two of you. And maybe this is what the blue door is all about. That person entering both of your lives. And once this person enters, you're going to meet. Because you both are acquaintances to that person. This is interesting, right? Now we all know who want to know who that person is. But it could also be just a house, a circumstance, that hasn't opened yet. Where you see how the gate could also be, this could be like a house situation here, where, the whole situation here with this house has to change. Isn't it beautiful how Spirit is translating this? I'm always so in awe how Spirit is working with this. So I hope this is fun for you. I hope that I could give you some information about your future spouse. This was very, very interesting reading. We got 4 very different situations where the future spouse is stuck. So this one is stuck in a third party, definitely in a situation where they're not really happy, but they're also not really wanting to change it. So whatever this means, here we need to wait for other circumstances to change that. Okay, so I hope you like this reading, guys, and please sign up to my channel, and I see you again. Take care. Bye.